Latest BTS Taehyung dancing with Leejung 2025 surprises fans. Hello Army. One day. Just one day after being officially discharged from the military, Kim Taehyung, better known to the world as V of BTS, did something no one could have predicted. It wasn't just a return with a selfie. It wasn't a quiet reappearance like many celebrities choose after hiatus. Instead, with bold confidence, he shook the world with a performance that left the internet frozen in awe, and then erupted in admiration. A stunning dance set to Don't Drop That Thun Thun, in collaboration with one of South Korea's most legendary choreographers, Leejung Lee. And what happened next? Like a storm, the online world seemed to pause. That short video, barely a minute long, spread like wildfire. The visuals, breathtaking. The energy, unmatched. And V's movement, unbelievable. This wasn't the same soft-spoken vocalist we've known on stage. This was a new version, stronger, sharper, and more captivating than ever before. The surprise of day one. The first day after military discharge is usually a time for rest. But not for V. He chose to perform, not to hide. He chose to express himself, not just say, "I'm back." And the way he did it. So very Taehyung, unpredictable, dramatic, and artistic. Dressed in a loose black shirt and training pants, he didn't go for glamour, but that's exactly what made him so alluring. His dance wasn't just cool, it was full of intention and control. Every movement of his body spoke emotion. His eyes were sharp, his expression serious, like an artist unveiling a masterpiece. No sweet smile. No playful charm. Just focus, precision, and raw power. Explosions of emotion. It didn't take long before ARMY's, BTS's passionate fanbase, flooded social media. They were shocked, captivated, and many were emotional. Comments like, "His groove is unreal. That physique though. He looks like a completely different person when he dances. He can embody any concept perfectly. How? His body control, flawless. I'm speechless." These were just a few among a tidal wave of awe. Fans didn't just see V as an idol, they saw him as a true artist. A man who had grown, evolved, and now returned stronger than the world ever expected. Dance full of meaning. What made this performance so powerful wasn't just the choreography, it was the way he danced. V wasn't dancing to impress, he was dancing to express. Every flick of his hand, every swing of his hips, every motion was rooted in something deeper. His core strength, likely honed during military training, gave him explosive power in his upper body, while his lower half flowed with an elegance few could match, a contrast only seasoned dancers can achieve. But the most striking part? His emotional transformation. The V we knew, calm, smiley, sweet, was replaced by someone with fierce eyes, unshakable focus, and a quiet fire. He didn't just come back as an idol. He came back as an artist who owns every movement and expression. The perfect collaborator. For those unfamiliar with Leejung Lee, she's more than a dancer, she's an icon in Korean choreography. A member of YGX and a legendary figure from Street Woman Fighter, Leejung has worked with major stars like Blackpink, Twice, ITZY, and more. But in this collaboration, she didn't just shine on her own, she made V shine even brighter. Leejung understood how to craft movements that weren't just technically sharp but also conveyed who V is now. She didn't overshadow him, she spotlighted him. Their movements felt like a wordless conversation, perfectly synchronized and emotionally rich. A personal message to ARMY. As if the dance performance wasn't already overwhelming, V then shared a set of photos from his military days. The photos weren't edited. They weren't staged. They weren't glamorous. Just simple snapshots, mirror selfies, group shots with fellow soldiers, and quiet, reflective moments. And it was that simplicity that made them so deeply moving. His face looked more mature. His body stronger. But most of all, his eyes. That gaze. It held a kind of maturity that can't be faked. Many armies wept when they saw the pictures. Because after nearly 2 years of waiting, he didn't just come back, he shared his journey, without needing to say much. A moment of pride. During the official discharge ceremony in Chuncheon, V stood tall in his uniform, calm, dignified, and full of grace. In a short but meaningful statement, he said, "It was a time where I rebuilt my body and mind." And it wasn't just a line. It was a declaration. His military service wasn't just a break from fame, it was a period of transformation. And when he added, "Please wait just a little longer. I'll repay you with a wonderful performance," the world knew he meant it. This wasn't just fan service. It was a vow from a man who understands loyalty, growth, and love. A new era begins. Shortly after V, RM was also discharged. The following day, Jimin and Jungkook completed their service. Suga will soon join them. This isn't a coincidence. This is a carefully aligned timeline, leading to something greater. And Taehyung, in his signature, artistic way, became the catalyst for this new beginning. Through dance, photos, and heartfelt messages, he isn't just welcoming back K-pop. He is leading it. A message to the world. V is back. But not as the men we once knew. He returns not merely as an artist, but as a force. The boy with the soulful eyes and velvet voice has grown into a legend shaped by fire, silence, and purpose. His body now bears the strength of resilience, his mind honed by solitude and introspection, and in his heart, burns a fire that no absence could extinguish. This is not a return. This is a revolution. V didn't come back to pick up where he left off. He came back to transform the very meaning of artistry. Every note he sings, every step he takes on stage, is now laced with a depth forged in time and sacrifice. He's not just here to entertain. He's here to rebuild the sound of a generation, to challenge every boundary, to prove that evolution is not just possible, it's inevitable. And he is not alone. From every corner of the globe, millions have waited. In silence. In hope. In loyalty. The name BTS, once whispered, now roars again like thunder rolling across continents. Each member, transformed by their own journeys, is gathering. Not to relive past glory, but to rewrite the rules of what's possible. They are not returning to the stage, they are ascending to a new one. Together. As legends reborn. This is not just a comeback. This is the rise of giants. This is the thunder before the storm. This is history preparing to rewrite itself in real time. The world may think it knows BTS, but the truth is, no one has seen them like this before. So let this be the message. The world must prepare. The new era has arrived. And it bears their name. BTS.